Hey guys, I am back after about a year since I made any videos on this channel. I was really focusing on my career, and there's my cat Hazel. If you want to say hello, hi Hazel. And anyways, I've been working on my career, working on myself last year. You know, of course, we all have our trials and things that we go through. But the main thing that I want to share today is alchemy of past wounds, past hurts, past relationships. This can be relationships with your family, relationships with a romantic partner, maybe it's business relationships, and essentially how all of that can tie in to the alchemy that we can use within ourselves. And that alchemy is basically just going to turn that pain, those hurtful situations, the things that we've gone through, the struggling times that we've gone through, we're going to change that into pain and turn that into power. So follow along, stay updated with me, and I'll be sharing more about my experience in this. So the number one thing that you need to do is self-reflection. So it's not, why did this happen to me? It's, okay, this happened in my life, not to you specifically, but this happened, this instance, this moment, this breakup, this issue with your family members, whatever it might be. This happened to you in order to help you grow and in order to help you move forward on your path. So there's certain things that you need to learn throughout your lifetime and certain levels, if you will, that's going to take you to the next stage in your life. However, without you having gone through difficulties, without you having gone through lessons or moments in time where you are able to self-reflect, where you are able to turn those moments and those learning lessons into power. There's my other cat. This is Milo. Apparently they're just really into what I'm doing and the video, and they want to make a presence. So I hope you guys don't mind. I have two cats, Milo and Hazel. This one's Milo. Hi, buddy. So anyways, turning pain into power and using that pain to drive you forward. Whether it's learning self-love, self-respect, maybe it's understanding that the people that these situations and these things happened with, they have their own journey as well. So they are likely learning their own lessons. Hopefully they're learning their own lessons, and if they're not at this moment, they likely will in the future or at another date and time, whether that's through their own karma, good or bad, that comes back to them, and their own self-reflecting ways and ways that they're going to be able to move forward as well. So it's not that these painful situations happen to you for any wrong or right reason. It's mainly to help you integrate the lessons, help you integrate the self-respect, help you be learning discernment, right? Did this situation help move me forward because now I know boundaries? Because now I know how I'm going to choose a better partner in the future, how I'm going to show up as a partner in the future, right? All of these things tie in to the circumstances and the things that happen throughout your life. So we're getting rid of anything that doesn't serve us. We are turning painful situations into power, into self-power, into a driving force to move you into where you want to be. Now, the way to not stay stuck here in the pain is to process it. You're going to be processing this through not just thinking, but in doing, right? In activities that are going to help you learn and understand and soak in that knowledge, rather than, sitting in depression or anxiety or, spiraling down into a place that is going to keep you stuck. It's keeping the energy stuck, which keeps you feeling weighed down. So instead of you feeling light and free and happy and moving forward towards your future, you're instead retracting and you're holding all of those things in and you're saying, why did this happen to me? This hurt me. And that's okay to feel those things. That's 100% what you should do. Feel it. Feel all of it. And then help get it out of your body. So a couple of ways that you can do this, a couple of things that have helped me is movement, physical body, and other things that you can physically do to help move this energy. So writing things out, explaining to yourself how you felt you saw the situation, and then challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to see this in a different perspective. See this at a different angle. You're only seeing what you're seeing through your own vision, your own perspective. But if you can shift even just a little bit and pivot just a little bit, yes, this hurt me. Yes, this happened to me. What's the purpose behind it? Did I learn self-love? Did I learn boundaries? Did I learn to stand up for myself? Did I learn a valuable skill, right? A valuable asset that is going to help you move forward. So one thing is writing it down. That might be something that helps you. Another thing, dancing, going to the gym, shaking things out. When you move that energy out and through your body, you're able to release that energy. You're not going to be holding it in. You're not going to be feeling all of, the weight of it. You're instead going to feel much lighter when you're able to shake it out, dance it out, work out at the gym, go for a run, those types of things. And that is going to change that painful moment and experiences into a powerful sense for yourself. You're going to feel like, I didn't let that weigh me down. I kept going. I kept showing up each day. I kept waking up each day thinking, there's a reason why I went through this, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. Use it to your advantage, not your disadvantage. Another thing that you can do is using water. So water is another great way to kind of help purify and release and alchemize those energies and those feelings and emotions that you're feeling. Water is tied to emotions. So you're gonna take a bath, go for a swim, find a lake. If you're lucky enough to be by the beach, I am not anymore. I am originally from California and I miss it. But if you are close to the beach, if you are near lakes, pools, your own bath, a shower even, those are going to be things that you can help release and purge out. And what I want you to do is when you're having these physical experiences to release this energy, remind yourself, tell yourself, walk yourself through the point of releasing this energy. Set the intention. I am going to shower off this hurtful thing that happened to me, and I'm going to step into my power. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to choose to walk away rather than react. I'm going to choose to use discernment. I'm going to choose to self-regulate. Another really great thing that can help ground you in these instances and allow you to sit with the energy so that you can process this is the EFT tapping. I've been doing this for the last year to 2 years, on and off. I'm not consistent with it every day. It depends on what's going on in my life and what's happening with EFT tapping, right? You're gonna tap in certain areas, and this just helps ground your body to the present moment, to what's happening around you, to not allow yourself to get so wrapped up in certain things that have happened. I'll share a little bit more of my own personal story in a later video, but I have gone through some deep emotional relationship struggles, trials, things in my life that have allowed me to be able to walk this path allowed me to be able to help others who have gone through difficulties, who have tried to understand, what is it that I need to know about myself? What do I need to learn in this instance? And all of those emotions and all of those feelings are going to help us be able to transmute that from the pain of maybe what happened, or whether that was a malicious intent, or whether that was, hey, we wanted something to work out and it just wasn't meant for us. You know, allowing yourself to know, like, if it's meant for me, it's going to flow. If it's not meant for me, it's going to possibly cause chaos. It's possibly going to cause destruction or loss or something along those lines throughout our life. Those moments and times are going to be those trial periods. And that's when you're able to step into your power. That's when you're able to take those lessons and you're able to harness them and basically kind of put them on as, like, you know, badges of you know, I like to think of it like a warrior figure, a warrior, a spiritual warrior, moving through life, moving through, you know, the 3D world, right? We can have a spiritual connection and a spiritual vision of something, but we also need to have that grounded into the reality of 3D. And we also need to be able to understand it so that we can continue to take steps and move forward and take action in our lives. If we get stuck in those energies of, I'm not going to find the right partner, I don't like my job, I don't know what to do, I'm just going to stay here because it's comfortable, it's safe, even though I'm not making enough money, even though I'm overworking myself, even though I'm not being treated fairly in a relationship, or my needs are going neglected, or, you know, I have a family situation, maybe we don't agree on religion or parenting or whatever it is. Those are the types of things that we need to be able to work through. We need to be able to walk this path so that we can continue moving forward in our lives. We want to be able to have those fulfilling relationships. We want to be able to feel that inner power that we do have a voice, that we do matter in this world, and we do have things that we've gone through that we can, you know, integrate within ourselves and help other people move forward in their path as well. So turning pain into power through self-reflection, through meditation, through, you know, physical activities, physical things that you can do in order to shake that energy from you. And a lot of it is energy shifting. Shift your mindset and your perspective out of victim mentality, out of, I want to stay here because it's comfortable. Challenge yourself to take a risk. Challenge yourself to do something different. Challenge yourself to see this in a new perspective. Now, whether or not certain perspectives relate to you and whether you're going to stay on that trajectory of that story is up to you. There's many different angles that you can see different things. And that doesn't mean that you're allowing other people to get away with certain things that they're doing. You're just pulling yourself back and you're allowing the situation to be what it is so that you can then transform your own self. You can then show up in the world differently because of this experience. You can then show up in relationships as a better person, as more understanding, listening better, compromising with different things that maybe you were stubborn on in the past, or maybe you got hurt in a certain situation and you're fearful that that is going to happen again. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Build that muscle of trust within yourself. It's the same thing about going to the gym. You're not going to go to the gym and work out biceps and in one day have these nice toned great biceps and these great arms. You're going to need to be consistent. You're going to need to put in the work. And that's a lot of times why it is difficult for some people to move forward, is that it's much easier. Is it much easier? It's much easier not to go to the gym and work out. Or is it? Is it? Depends on how you look at it. Because if you want something, but you're not working towards it, does the feeling of not having it drive you forward to get it? I think that is the key. That's one of the keys, is if you want something and you don't have it. I'm not talking materialistic things. It can be materialistic things. That's great too. But whether that is, intellectually, whether that's your physical body, your material items and things that you have in life, that's self-fulfillment. If you want something, you have that pull and that draw to it for a reason. And you're meant to have it. It's just walking that path towards it, walking that path getting you to that destination, to that place. And it's not even getting to the destination, that's the final point. It's the process over the course of each thing that you go through in life that gets you more closer to where you want to be. If I go and work out biceps 2-3 times a week, in a year from now, I'm going to have the results that I desire. I'm going to have that self-fulfillment of this is what I wanted and this is what I did to achieve that. This is what I did to move myself closer to that end goal. So use your pain, use your experiences, use your life lessons as a guiding post to allow you to move forward. And then when you're able to release those things, step into that new you. Step into that new powerful, experienced, wisdom embodied self, because that's what you are now. You have been through something. You have experienced something that now has meaning, right? You allow it to have meaning. You allow it to drive you forward. So I'm going to touch more on this as we go. I'll be sharing more with you guys and just continuing to move forward on my path. I really feel that I would just love to help anyone who has struggled through difficult things in career, relationships, self-love, self-respect, boundaries, anything that I have been through that correlates to what you have been through, and working through it and moving forward together to get to a lighter state, to get to those destinations and that life that we want to feel that we have, that we're able to experience. We are not meant to be so bogged down and be so dense in this 3D reality. We can have an alternative. We can live in a higher realm. We can live in a state of higher consciousness. But it's not going to come from the heaviness of the things that have happened to you. It's going to come from transmuting those experiences into wisdom, into power, into self-reliance, and into broadening your horizons to helping others do the same. So I hope this helped you guys. If there's anything specific that you want to know or that you would like me to chat on, if I have experience in it myself, I will gladly share with you guys. Hope this helps. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.